son bienvenidos.
Hello.
Hello, Joel.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
Nice to meet you too. Fine, thank you. And you?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I like your CD collection. Is it CDs?
Oh, yes. This is my lockdown work I've been doing. I haven't finished, as you can see.
Yeah.
But I'm working in classifying, all the CDs and all the songs of every CD and if it's signed or not. And
oh, wow.
I am very excited. Yes.
Cool. You've been busier than me then. That's idea.
So, tell me, how did you all met? Because I have understood that Job and Ellie met first, no?
Yeah.
Then
so I met them through a mutual friend that me and Theo had, and he switched us onto the band when Ellie and Joff were playing with two other people. And we went to go see them play at a pub. And I was like, oh, I like this band. It seemed cool. And then one day when me and our friend were having dinner, he was like, look, the drummer's broken his arm. Can you just play these? Can you try and play the drums for these two festival shows? And I'd never played. I could kind of keep a beat on a drum kit, but it wasn't. I played guitar in another band, which Ellie had come to see. I think I met Ellie at a gig previous. And I said, yeah. And that was that.
Wow.
And then later on, when we needed a bass player, I was like, Theo. And yeah, he joined. So it was like 2012 was our first gig together.
Wow. Did you particularly grew up in a musical environment or not?
I did actually. I did. Good question. My mum, I think we all did. To be fair, we're really lucky. We've got like creative parents, all of us across the board. And but my mum's super musical and plays beautiful guitar and always had guitars in the house. And like yourself, CDs everywhere. And I was never like deterred to play music. I've always been encouraged. And even now, she's like my harsh, in the best way, like a good critic. Like if everyone else, sometimes you need someone that can be like, tell you the truth. So yeah.
But could you remember listening when you were young that had inspired you to make music? If you have to mention some artists.
Yeah. Well, my mum, we always had CDs and stuff in the car. My mum listened to some cool stuff. So from an early age, it was like the Beach Boys, and then as like the Beatles, those kind of things, like punk, kind of like quite alternative music taste my mum had, as well as like just good guitar players, like Spanish guitar players as well. Simon and Garfunkel was always, mum's a big fan of. So that was like really young age exposed to. And then as I kind of got to the age where like I bought my own CDs, I just got into metal.
Do you remember the first one you bought?
Yeah, the first CD I bought was Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park.
Oh,
yeah. Which is showing my age now, because I think it just turned 20, that album.
Yes.
20 years ago. It's crazy. Yeah, and so that was like the first CD I got. And then as I got into like my teens and stuff, it became probably more like underground kind of sounds, and vinyl suddenly had like a resurgence when I was about 16, and it was all like surf rock bands and garage rock bands and stuff. There's a band called The Horrors, and when I was 16, I went to go. It was like the first gig me and my friend James. We went to go by ourselves, and it was in London. I went to go see The Horrors when we were about 14 or 15, and that was a big changing point. I love that band.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a tiny selection.
Cool. And I know you were rejected by a record label boss because of your image. Was that the worst thing you have to pass through?
Well, it wasn't like rejected. It was, when we were starting out, there was a lot of labels I think wanted to sign us, but didn't really get what we were doing. And Is that referring to the Mercury Music speech? Because it was basically an experience where we went in to have this meeting, and the response was like, "What do you want to be like? What's your vibe? Do you want to be this kind of band or that kind of band?" And this band, if they come in, they would have done this, and it was just like, why are we here listening to this rubbish? So and those kind of meetings early on kind of steel you to just be like, we are what we are, and that's that.
Yes. So let me tell you that I discovered you with the song "Don't Let the Kisses."
Cool.
And I love that song. Let me tell you that I have like this playlist in Spotify. It's called Lindurita, where I put all the beautiful songs that catch me for the first time and are favorites of me. No?
Yeah.
And the song went direct to that playlist. But I think it's universal because everybody in a certain point have been related to that.
Yeah.
Of no, is that love for me or no?
Yeah.
But I think it's like I really think it like a vision, like a woman vision. I don't know if for all the rest of the band, the song really is that powerful.
That's so nice to hear. Yeah, I remember with those lyrics. To me, the reason I think that song works is because the message in it is very personal, but it's very universal at the same time. It's very specific what I feel like Ellie says in that song, but it somehow translates to a lot of people. Rather than try and say something so vague it will translate to loads of people, it's actually very specific and personal. I think that's why it's had such a connection. I remember the first time I heard it, she was like, "I don't know about this. What do you think of this demo?" I was just like, it was almost like an afterthought she sent to me. And I was like, "No, come on, that's going to be good." And it went through so many different versions, but when you've got the lyrics as good as that, the music can just sort of, you can do whatever. It's led by its message, rather than the sonics of the song. Yeah, it's like the closest thing probably had to like a pop.
Yes. So, you were nominated for the Mercury Muzic Prize later, no? And brought with the first two albums. That's huge because I mean.
Yeah, well, the second one won it. We won on the second time, and first one we were nominated, and the Benjamin Clementine one, I think, guys. It's huge. Like in the UK, it's like I'm very aware of it growing up, and it's very respected. It's one of those things you're always like, "Oh, wouldn't it be nice if you don't get nominated, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter." But we have been nominated, and it's always a bit of a pinch-you moment.
But take me to the time where you knew you were nominated and you were competing with artists such as Arctic Monkeys and Lily Allen and Noel Gallagher.
I mean, the first year it was quite like a serious, like we weren't at the tables, we were just like in the venue. Can't remember why. So it was quite serious, and then we didn't win. We sort of just went to the pub, and then the next time, we were all on the table, and like Noel Gallagher and everyone's around you, and all these wonderful, amazing artists, and we were really close watching all the bands, which for me was the highlight anyway. Just being that close to like, the jazz and stuff like that was amazing. And then, when we won, we were like, what? I just didn't think that would ever happen. And it was mad. Like, we were talking about this the other day, and even now I'm like, oh yeah, that actually happened. It takes a minute to like click in.
And what did you do with the prize?
We haven't done anything with it yet, actually. With the money, we're waiting to do some good stuff with it, like a positive action with that. But we want to, because of coronavirus and stuff, not really been able to implement what we'd like to do just yet. But we haven't spent it on anything stupid, basically. And the prize, the actual like the trophy, is still in the pub that we went to that night. It's on the shelf behind the crisps.
Is that real?
Yeah. So if you're ever in Camden in North London, go to the Hawley Arms, and when you walk in, it's at the top.
Wow. Okay. So after Visions of Life, your Visions of Life changed?
Yeah. Oh, I see what you mean. yeah, like that album took us to places around the world that we hadn't been yet, and we met people and it had experiences, you know, and we've made it in Los Angeles with some amazing people, and yeah, every album is an experience. And because all of my 20s has been defined by these little projects, be it EPs or albums or whichever. So yeah, every album changes your outlook. I think every album has, but definitely Visions of a Life, it felt like we just went in another nice direction.
You have been together for 10 years. Is it difficult to be together with bandmates for such a long time or not?
I met Theo when I was 15. So like we've been friends. You know, if we're not doing bands, they're still the people that I want to go to the pub with. You know, like I feel very blessed to be in a band with people that are my best mates. You know, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's times when we annoy each other, but you know, overall, I think sometimes it's weird how much we get on.
Blue Weekend will be out on June 11th. So what can we expect about that album?
What to expect?
Yes.
Some surprises.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know how much to give away, really. Hello. I don't really know how much to give away. That's your mum. Hello, Mum.
Mom.
Sweet.
No, please. You don't know what you're doing. No, te saludó, pero yo sí no te vas a dejar platicar.
Hello. Oh, bless.
Bless you.
I love that. Blue Weekend. I think it's our best record. I don't want to give too much away, but I think it's our most emotional record. And yeah, I'm just incredibly proud of it. And seeing the response to Last Man makes me very excited because I know what's coming as well. You know, the next set of songs and stuff. I'm just so excited to see people's reactions to those tracks. And you know, it's taken a minute, this album. It's like 4 years since the last one. So it's just like a relief to be like, it's going to be out soon. You know?
So has anyone you really admire had approached you to make a compliment about your music?
We went on tour with a band called Stone Age a couple of years ago.
Yes,
and for me, that was just like the best thing. Like I grew up such a fan. I went on holiday when I was 12, and my mum brought Elephant by the White Stripes and Songs for the Deaf by Queens of Stone Age, and we just rotated them throughout the holiday in the car.
Wow, your mom is really cool.
Yeah, so's yours. And yeah, and
my friend.
yeah, and yes, there was a really influential record. I can still listen to that record happily, back to front. So to go on tour with them, and they were so kind. Like they'd watch us side of stage. I'd be like, "Wait, do you actually maybe like us?" I just couldn't believe it for me. I'm a massive fan. So I think that moment was a big like, wow, you know, quite mad.
What is for you the song that make you feel more proud until now?
What's the most proud? I'm not sure. That's a really good question. Should probably have an answer for that. There's a song coming up on the new record called "How Can I Make It Okay," and I was listening to it last night actually, or no, the night before, and I just love it. And you know what? There's another song as well called "No Hard Feelings" on the new album, which is, I think, Ellie's just best lyrics. And it's nothing to do. I don't even play on the track. It's nothing to do with me. But I'm proud to even be in the room with someone that can write lyrics the way she did for that track. So, yeah, those two.
Joel, if I invite you to a karaoke party, which song will you?
Right. What's a good? Me and Joff, we went to a karaoke bar in LA for a friend's birthday when we were living in Los Angeles. And me and Joff did Rammstein. I can't remember what song it is, but yeah, the German metal band Rammstein. I think it was. And we were just screaming in the microphones, like, yeah, which was, it's not a popular choice, Rammstein, for karaoke. And yeah, but that's what we enjoyed, so maybe I'll do that again. I'm trying to think of another good one we did. Oh, well, I think me and Thea did an Elton John duet. And at the end, it ranked. It gave you marks out of 10. I think we got a 10 for that. So, yeah.
Joel, don't tell me our time is over. I think opportunity to talk, and I want, if you can invite the audience to see this show, I'm gonna let you and you.
Of course.
I am Lucila, and the show is The Basement.
I've had such a fun time talking to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's a pleasure.
Live. I'm crossing my fingers to see you live soon.
Look, if we can get down to your part of the planet, that is tick off my bucket list. It's like we haven't been. I can't believe we still haven't been there, and it's just a dream to go down there for me. Like not just with the band. I'm a big fan. So hopefully soon. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All the best. Speak to you soon.